And we should be streaming live again from the Blender Institute 2 weeks in a row. We are here in this Blender Cloud live, again related to the Asian 327. Also, we're going to see a bit of what's new on the cloud itself, what's happening with all the projects going on there. We might have a special guest. We don't know yet. They have to confirm. But we have to talk with their agents, with their agent. But yeah, it's gonna be fun again.
All right. Welcome everybody. Thank you for waiting. And we are, as Pablo said, like we have a lot of fun things to do. And again, this time is a video premiere. So not all these lives are going to be video premieres. So sometimes it's just more going to be like a conversation. But today it happens to be that we have a fun clip to show, as we've been anticipating on Twitter and other social medias.
Kind of a spoiler alert, you know?
Yeah, that's right, that's true. And so we will talk a bit about the agent. Before we dive into that, actually, I wanted to ask Pablo to, if you can show what's happening right now in the studio, like in the past week, like on the cloud itself, and just to see what we are doing, because of course. As we last week we released the alternative ending, and it was great to share. But these are things that for us have been hanging around for a little bit. It's just we have other projects running right now that are higher priorities.
Such as. So yeah, the Agent 327 project was like the short movie was released time ago, but. We keep milking it with the behind the scenes, with the alternative ending last week, but the main project going on at the Blender studio here in Amsterdam at the moment is Spring, which is the new open movies directed by Andy Goralczyk. We mentioned a little bit last week,
yeah.
But that is like the big thing you're going to see when you browse the cloud, when you see the what's latest here on the sidebar especially. There is a blog post that sums all that up, what happened on the last week, but you should check the rest of the things because they're pretty cool. So you can the cloud.blender.org in the front page, if you're logged in, you're gonna see the blogs, you can see the videos. There's even like some feedback sessions from the animators to the riggers, so that's pretty neat. Next to this, you can also see hero stuff. You can see here is the grease pencil. Hey, you're leaving me, I'm alone. You can see the hero stuff, the grease pencil open movie that is happening right now in Barcelona. It's been made by Daniel Martinez Lara and his team from Pepperland School. And you should check out, because not only there is like artwork and work in progress stills, but you can also get to play with grease pencil, because they compiled a Windows version, which is like most of the people use.
Yeah.
Because as Linux users are nerds anyway, we compile our own stuff. Mac, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't that many of us anyway, so.
But you should check it out, because then you can get to play with the tools. So that is most of the things going on the cloud now. If you want to get even more what's going on, you should check out the podcast from last week. But that's pretty much at the time. There is also stuff going on with Blender 2.8 development, but that is happening elsewhere.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the blog post, and that's for another topic. Like all this interaction that is happening with the developers for 2.8. That's something that both for Spring and Grease Pencil and Hero, they will keep coming more and more into focus. So we will talk about it in the future, in future episodes of this live, for example.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think now is actually time to go back to the agent. And I just got a call from when I stood up. There was our agent that said that director Hjalti will be joining us briefly. So we expecting to appear anytime.
Really?
I don't know.
What's up?
Hi Hjalti, what were you doing?
Man, this is good. Somebody should make like a movie about this.
Wow.
What is that? Can you point it more?
Agent 327.
Oh, wow.
Like that. Dossier Nachtwacht.
It's like...
it's pretty good.
Wow.
Nice. It's the second time you do it. This is going to become a thing.
Ah, shit.
Right?
cannot feel my legs right now. It's very
Yeah,
nice.
we've been testing this for like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
What is that?
We're gonna talk about this guy, right?
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
you came prepared.
Oh yeah.
That's great. So yeah, I don't know if hopefully you can see it. Like maybe you can it's because you're wearing black. So like if you put it like this,
What is
which
this
it has more
thing?
contrast
There you
there.
go.
Look at this. It's like
3D printed version of the agent
Yeah.
with a gun. Is it violence? Is it? It's
not a real one.
it's not a real gun.
It's actually huge. No, look at that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's bigger than your face.
Yeah,
So
I don't have a big face.
so yeah, that's very nice.
So what are you doing here again?
Just visiting.
Yeah.
Just,
Chilling.
yeah. Came from downstairs.
Yeah, like
My agent told me that I should contact you guys.
Agent 327.
Oh yeah. I have many of them.
Yeah.
Yes, just came from my trailer. So we have some behind the scenes footage, maybe.
yeah,
Oh, so it's gonna be kind of interesting.
The main reason Hjalti is here, not anybody else, is because he's one of the directors of the short film.
There are
That's
dozens
why.
of us.
Yeah, maybe
Dozens.
when we talk about spring,
Yeah.
we can. Well, you're the animation director too, so it's like
Yep.
so many hats.
So many hats. So many hats. Yeah, I know.
yeah. But you are, I mean, together with Colin, you guys are acclaimed directors also.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. Oh, yes.
Acclaimed.
That is right. Yes.
what is
We are
acclaimed?
officially.
Here, let me hold your
Oh,
mic.
yeah,
there
hold
you
my
go.
cup.
Yeah,
It's
there
not
you
an
go.
ad
Yeah.
because
Hold my gum.
hold my beer.
So, Spark Animation Festival. We are the proud winners of being the runners-up.
Do we get to read how? No, it's all.
it's very
it's
white out.
blown.
Yeah, no, it's a bit
No,
long.
okay.
You should.
Just trust me. We're runners-up.
There are word there.
Yeah.
It says runner up,
Yeah.
Best commercial
Public
service announcement and self-promotion.
public service announcement.
Yeah,
Hjalti Hjalmarsson, Colin Levy for the Film Nation 327.
Yes.
Thank
So-
you very much, Spark Animation. Is there anything? Is that all you?
No. We won
we
some
working-
actual awards.
Wow.
What is
Yeah,
this?
that's pretty
Global Shorts.
Global Shorts winner, Chicken Dinner, Agent 327 Operation Barbershop, Blender Animation Studio.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's good.
That's fun.
Actually,
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
Whoa, yeah.
It's
Out
like-
of all the different trophies we've got, I'm actually kind of impressed by
Not
this. It's
bad.
just
This is the planet, by the way.
yeah,
You
the-
get to see the details when it's a
beautiful
it's a planet.
globe,
Yeah.
and
Awesome.
it's kind of this glass transparent thing.
Yeah.
It's I like this combo of kind of this blue transparent thing, and then you got the silver, and then of course.
Got
the kind of
anything
black.
else in there?
No.
No.
Well, we were also covered.
Any Oscar?
Oh, wow.
3D artist.
3D artist.
That is pretty
On
cool.
the
I don't know if
cover.
you get to see that.
Is it all
Yeah, you
blown
do.
up?
You
Yeah,
do
yeah.
get to see that.
Okay.
Yeah. You can
I
even
kind
make it
of
closer.
ran out of stuff now.
I mean,
so
this is-
Thank you, 3D artist.
This is
by the
supposed
way.
to be the Blender Cloud Live, like it's like the brag live.
The brag cloud.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
but
Well, we were runners up.
I think the Spark animation one. Here, you can have your drink.
Oh,
Mark.
thanks, buddy.
Okay. I think that was the most unusual one because being a runner-up for a PSA.
Yeah, that was a
clip,
weird
but
category.
It was really fun to be there. It's been a cool experience. But we mentioned because we mentioned this in the past episode, and I think we even showed the page where some of the awards are actually. And the fun thing is that we actually get physical stuff as you got to see. So it's
that's
just
pretty cool.
it's just fun to do it.
So what is even more fun?
Well, I think it's fun to watch movies.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's watch.
Wait,
the,
is
the
it happening now?
It is.
Oh,
I mean,
alright,
it must be.
alright.
I think,
What?
yeah.
Here you go.
Okay.
What is
wow.
All right.
Yes, so we are
All
all
right,
ready.
so everybody.
So the way it's gonna work is
Ready
similar
for
to last
takeoff?
time.
Grab your
We
eyes.
are
I
going
can't
to get
secret.
look at this like
Polarization
oh my
is
God.
is messing this up a little bit.
All right.
I'll try my
happening.
best.
Okay, Hjalti's ready. So the way-
It's supposed to have sound.
Well, it's Blender.
It's blended.
Blender. Wait, did you get that on
I
camera?
did. I really did.
Blender's so great.
You're listening to the Blender Institute Animation Foundation Cloud Studio podcast.
Okay, go away, go. Yeah, it's Friday at the Blender Institute, and this day is kind of crazy because we have a weekly at 6. Yeah, this video is coming from YouTube. On Mondays we say what we're going to do, and then on Fridays we show what we did or we didn't. So yeah, it's a bit of a crazy day.
And the days blend into each other. You don't know what day it is anymore because every day you have to do more fixes and more renders.
It's just T minus something.
Exactly.
Why are you not participating? bit behind schedule on animation. We gotta catch up. Look at the bones.
So many bones.
Let's enhance. 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 Yes. This is the... No, wait. This is the one I wanted. Yep, that's the guy.
I made this more of a platform that was actually inserted into the bust and then welded or soldered into...
We need some sort of small add-on which demonstrates like basic operations using Blender ID.
What?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, make it like a preset, the text template.
That's a good idea.
Template.
So if we just swivel the retro encabulator, we just might be able to flunker the polka dot.
Yeah.
How did these intersection?
I thought you solved that.
An intersection. This is a rated R.
Yeah.
Don't share. Don't show anyone.
Right.
Yeah, I was the one that animated that shot, and I didn't even realize how challenging the footsteps were gonna be. Now I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see what happened during this year. Not much.
That was a year of work, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, like, what do you carry away from this project? What is the most interesting, important lesson that you've learned from this?
No lesson was learned. We are gonna do it all over again.
Awesome.
Because of course for us, it's it has of course a certain meaning, and that's what I also wrote in the blog post, which is, we hope that for you it conveys what it means for us, because for us this is just memories, and
We work so fast. Look at that. Oh, Jesus, man, who is the computer?
yeah.
Look at that, like a happy family.
Yes.
So here you can see people that are no longer between us. No.
Yeah, they died off during the
It was
production.
a very hard project. No, for example, Dalai is back in Brazil, is working still for Blender, doing stuff. Nacho and
Nathan.
Nathan,
the
the animation team.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're actually working together.
Yeah, Sony
Yes.
Animation.
Yeah. In another movie, but it's so cool. Bo is also back in Utrecht.
Yeah.
So cool. And Andy is making his own movie. And this guy shaved finally.
Yay! Stupid mustache.
But so cool. Look at this.
This was one of those epic moments. If you rewind just a second, like that time when just a little bit before, when after a number of iterations, Andy presented some a review of the agent character, and what you see on the left is the character that was used for one of the first posters and the initial promo material and some of our brochures and stuff like that. And then as we worked many months on the character development, we came up with what you see on the right.
Yeah.
And that was during one of the weeklies was a big moment, because it's like, wow, actually you can improve.
You can make it more appealing. I mean,
And once you see it, you were like, yeah, of course. But like while you're in the process, it was always like, what is it? Is it like the eyebrows? Is it the haircut? Is it the
nose,
shape? Is it the chin? It's like, it was all these little details to fine tune them to get the right picture. So that was a very big moment, and it was fun.
it's really, really big.
A lot of arguments.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's one of the live streams, I think.
One of the podcasts.
Podcast.
Yeah, live podcast streams, and this is another weekly.
It's another weekly. Oh, the Mantisa.
Oh,
Mitch is there.
That's right. Yeah.
Siren. It's one of the weeklies. So every Friday we gather and we see the progress of the projects that happen here at the Blender Institute. So we it's an excuse to get some beers and to chat about it. So this is one of them, basically. We get guests.
And talk about
This
stuff.
guy is, when I was making websites.
Wow, look at that.
Updating the website of whoa.
Violence.
Is that?
Almost fell, face planted backwards there.
That was real.
Oh yeah. I slipped up as I
Which
was
one?
doing it.
It's like whoa, like
Yeah.
you can totally see.
Is that a real?
Yeah, and there's what do you call that thing? A heater,
Yeah,
like
heater,
a
yeah.
metallic heater behind me, and I almost
was-
landed on it.
This happened.
I mean, as a matter of
here in
fact,
this place.
that video reference is happening in the same place where this video is
Yeah.
happening. So it's like
So you could react it? No.
reenactment.
You see some blood stains here on the floor.
Yeah, that's also the fun that you guys had.
With
There you
the
go, the strangling.
Boris,
Boris.
Agent 327.
Yeah, and this is as we work.
Everything working.
Yeah, look at that.
Me listening to some electro beats. I don't know what.
Electro swing.
Electro swing all the way, baby.
Yeah.
I have these crazy phases. I just kind of electro swing
Oh,
music.
it's your
Let's do
time.
that for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the
And,
2 hours
Yeah.
of
Celtic music.
Celtic music. And this is so good. Like, I don't know if you can hear because the voices are a little bit low in the recording.
What did you say?
Is like
like-
Colin comes
I
and
need to
asks.
catch up,
Yeah,
yes.
Colin asks him like because we are a bit behind.
Hey, okay.
And now trying to select bones in
Yeah.
this lab, like a maze of the
And hands.
Of bones and
enhance
hands and
of
hands.
bones in the Blender
Yeah.
UI, which hopefully will be fixed for 2.8 for like the new OpenGL and the EV and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, and
What-
this is the Hackerman
this is
moment.
the Hackerman
yeah, this is
moment,
the
yes,
Hackerman, and
yes.
then this was like the
This is
pixel.
serious. No. First,
Pixel.
There.
now we get the cave.
Okay.
So we were mentioning that this is the cave. This is where the actual magic happens. This is where Sergey here in the back is working on 2.8 on the dependency graph, on
cycles,
on you
fixing-
name it,
yeah,
fixing everything,
releasing Blender.
releasing Blender to 17.8, everything. And Sivren was also back then working because the studio was full of artists and we were too noisy, so developers went back. Sivren was working on Alembic.
At the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, happy family. This is
Mm.
the main method of transportation in Amsterdam.
Going with the bikes. That's like a field trip that we're doing, and this is just us going around. This
Nerfing.
Nerfing.
Yeah.
Nerfing.
El Beniamino.
Benjamino, Nacho.
Sometimes we get Nerf guests.
Yeah.
And this is when we received the poster finally.
Yeah, the new banner
The
with
new
the
banner.
agent. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was big. And then somebody points out in the video there is an
An
intersection.
intersection, yeah, exactly.
And it's like, what?
Yeah.
There are no intersections, just happy accidents.
Exactly. And so that's great.
Face palming for
Yeah, and then we were watching this, which
yeah.
is a non-official.
Yeah.
What?
It's this weird. It's this. It's like a comic book thing, kinda, and
Making a tribute.
Yeah, make it like tributes to other comic books. So it's a Dutch thing, and they make like an adult version of it or something like not adult, but like more raunchy. And it was so weird. Like I went to pick up a package at the postal office, which is kind of also like a store that sells like convenience. It's like a convenience store or something. And they had this thing there, and I just saw the face of the agent. This is while I was working on the agent. I was like, what? Like, did they make new, agent comic books? And I open it up, and it's like
This is it.
the breasts of Olga and like weird things happening. I was like, what is this? Yeah, it turns out it's kind of a satire magazine.
Yes. And so then we actually go back to the agent, and this is some of the most fantastic reference footage ever shot here in this very room. And you can see both Hjalti struggling so hard, and Colin trying to get that iconic moment.
That is so good. It feels so legit. Wow. Actually, that door there is right behind us. It's the same place.
Yeah.
It's a small studio.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the Foley artists were working.
Oh.
At the little studio. That was in Haarlem.
A studio in Haarlem.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sound studio. Yes.
I missed that part.
Yeah,
so cool.
And that's you can see in the background, one of the Foley artists is actually recording sound steps over there. So he's just looking very closely, and then he's like stepping.
Just trying to match the steps and.
And they have all sorts of props and interesting things going on.
Yeah, you can't see it properly, but yeah, there's sound barriers or stuff in the roof or like in the ceiling, but the floor you can't see it properly. But he has like a lot of different floor materials, So he can be, and he has so many shoes. He has like 200 different kinds of shoes, all in his size. So he can like put on the very particular shoe that he wants, and then make those sounds.
Yeah, that's
very cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's always something that is very nice to see, and when it happens, is usually at the end of the production cycle. So like this is as much footage as you know I think was shot during that time, because you actually have to be there and make valuable use of every second that you get in the studio, because it's 1 day, maybe 2 days, and that's it.
Yeah, we had 1 day with them, and that's it. And it's kind of a shame we didn't have footage of being at Sander's studio.
Yeah,
so that's the sound effect artist and sound designer. He did great stuff for us. He did also Caminandes.
Yes, there is footage of Caminandes, which is the same studio. It was still working on it. And there is footage of you crying like a llama.
No that's right. Yeah, really.
When I'm like,
never before seen.
kind of a thing.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay. Interesting.
So good.
But weren't you making behind the scenes of Caminandes?
Oh, it might have been coming. I mean,
maybe one day we actually do a live event and we like
out of nowhere
flashback, like Caminandes flashback.
And Amigos 2016.
Yes. Yeah. So some Amsterdam shots, as Andy asks the actual question about what did we learn, what was our experience, what do we take home from all these.
That's so Dutch. Look at that. So many. Wow, except the.
Yeah, Dutchness over 9,000.
Exactly. So this is outside. It's right outside of Amsterdam. It's like 40 minutes bike ride or something. It's really
less even.
Really yeah. Well, where you live, but we're from Central.
Yeah, like you can see my house is over now.
Actually,
I'm so impressed by the hydro engineering in that entire place. You see that little kind of mini canal, whatever that thing. That trench thing
like
going on. Yeah, and that the water level is like, it's such a perfect level, and it's always this flush, nice thing. And then you go a little bit further, and another area like on the other side of the road, it might have a totally different level, but it's still flush there. So like, it's an enigma to me. Like I will look around and it's like, wait, what? It's like somebody Minecrafting all of this perfect landscape.
And this is it.
And this is it. It is one of the 360 live podcasts that we did.
Yeah,
we try them all.
We do experiments.
Now we're experimenting with the live streams, and we still have issues, like you can see, but we try them all. It's pretty good.
And this was it. And then
this is it.
If you like what you see,
support the clouds. Wait, I can fix that. Support the vendor.
What? Okay, now I understand. Okay, got it.
Yes.
So this is like a little, commentary and overview of everything that is here, because I think seeing the images out of context, I don't know how much you can take away. So it's actually fun.
There are cats. These will bring subscribers to the clan.
Yeah, let's leave it there. Let's see if then YouTube picks it up as a thumbnail, because the cat is there.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Is there any questions? Yes. He seems.
Face of reality. There is a subconscious. Yeah. Subliminal messages. Yes, absolutely.
Precious.
Yeah. So that's a lot of
to take in.
Content. And so since while you guys gather maybe some questions, I would like to make a call if anyone is interested. The video has open subtitles submission. So if anyone has free time and feels like actually writing a transcription of the audio, that is welcome. We are very happy to publish that, because of course, being this making of the audio is a little bit all over the place, different kind of conversations and different slangs and accents. So if you happen to understand everything we're saying and feel like submitting subtitles, we make sure that you can, and then we will publish it, and you get credit in the video itself. Actually.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty cool. The other day I published a video on the outliner improvements, and I didn't even think of that, but the live saw it and did the automatic translation, and it was almost perfect. So it really
cool.
Saves a lot of time. But it will be awesome, so you can translate it and other people can see it.
So we have already a question.
Yes.
Any behind the scenes footage of making the alternative rewind second ending? Nope. Sorry.
Not even a picture. Come on, no, there's nothing.
No, not even a picture. But that's the thing, when you're making these behind the scene footage stuff, it's I mean, Colin just happened to be recording a lot of stuff, of course. Like, he's great at that. He just randomly starts recording stuff. But then, like, everything gets edited only from that little vantage point, you know what I mean? You can only make, you know, the stuff out of the ingredients that you have. So, like, there's a lot of footage there that I kind of wish were there. Like me just alone on a Saturday night working here. You know, it's just like trying to make the thing, like finish some of the shots.
You know what? Like that's something that Ian did for Tears of Steel. So that is like some insane making of from Tears of Steel, which I think you can easily find
on the cloud. Actually, that's what I was doing, and I'm gonna share it with you.
Yeah.
If you're on the cloud, you can just search for Tears of Steel making of, and you'll see this awesome, fantastic video. It's called Throw It in the Canal.
It was never put on YouTube?
Maybe it is.
It might have been, but we're talking to cloud subscribers.
Hey!
Yeah, so anyway, that's just, you know, about shooting footage when only you are there. There is a master, Ian Newman, that is
it's a masterpiece.
Yes.
It's amazing. It just starts throwing in the can. That's the name of the teaser, and it starts with him on the first day on the bed. Starts with him just waking up, and today we start Tears of Steel. Well, the Mango project back then, and I saw all his experience.
So yeah,
it's amazing. It's very well edited. I should recommend to watch it.
He started on King's Day?
No, of course not. But that's the thing. Is like so he's shooting at one part that is King's Day.
Yeah.
So the party, it's King's Day. So it's like a one day in the year where the city goes orange and crazy and everything.
Everything happens.
But in the context of the video, every time is like later in Amsterdam. So it's like
okay.
So we are making the movie, and Amsterdam is like going nuts. You should watch it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I saw it, but I saw it when it came out. But that's already 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, don't
crazy.
Make me think.
So yeah, I gotta see it again.
Yeah. It's a happy.
I think it's on YouTube. For people that are not subscribers, you can also find it on YouTube.
It's 40 minutes.
Yeah,
it is 40 minutes. Look at the guy. Look at the guy.
Oh my God! No! This is supposed to be the
driver
agent.
Are these the same glasses?
15-year. No, they are not the same glasses.
Really? Wow,
not 15-year-old.
They're
Look at this. Wow, it's lost some weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same couches.
Same couches.
Yeah. Some things never change. Yeah. Same blender.
Maybe some. I'm picking the worst. The captain is there. So I'm picking the worst images. Anyway.
All right, there are some questions in the meantime. Yeah, so there is one question for me, which is a little bit unrelated. It's about some development topic. The VFCT Flask app. Yes, it's we are going to remove it from the development portal because it has been merged into the Blender network. So that's thanks for the heads up. We're going to do it. And then there is another question, which is what happened with the Agent 327 girl character, Olga, right?
Olga.
What happened with Olga?
So there was, at one point, we were thinking perhaps we should make her be in the chair, where, like, if you've seen the movie, when he goes downstairs and there's somebody being held hostage in a chair. So at one point there was this idea. Oh man, that's Olga.
So this is the character we're talking about.
Yeah,
oh, that's great.
She's like 2 meters 10 or something tall. Very tall, Swiss.
Not perspective. She is that big.
Yeah, exactly. So there was one idea at one point to put her there. I was kind of against it, not because I didn't want like a female or whatever there. It was more that she's such an important character to Agent 327, like the universe, that as soon as you put her there, then it becomes a bigger thing. And it was supposed to be like right at the end where you're kind of wrapping everything up. And it's not supposed to be about her. But if she were there, all of a sudden, the whole storyline, it feels like it shifts towards their relationship and all that stuff. So we ended up just kind of taking the barber, essentially, and just like changing his face a little bit. And that's kind of the guy that is there in the chair. So it's like just a throwaway nobody. But he is voiced by me.
What?
No, I just wanted a haircut. That's it.
Wow, that really sounds like you.
Quite a trivia.
I just wanted a haircut.
Yeah.
I thought it was Colin for some reason. I don't know.
No, he does like 3 voices. I do the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the watch.
Yeah.
He's Wu Manchu, and the barber. Haircut. Yeah,
haircut.
yeah, he does that. Yeah.
Looks like we found our next. That's that Colin.
Looks like we found it. Yeah,
It's like Brad Bird doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We talked about it. Yeah, it's very similar. Brad Bird, if you don't know, in The Incredibles, Etna, the what would you call it, the tailor or the designer, like costume designer.
Yeah, the superhero.
Yeah, the fashion
designer. Yeah, she makes superhero costumes.
Yeah. So for the scratch version of that movie, he was just voicing it himself, and he did this very weird particular voice. And then later on, they couldn't find somebody that matched better for what they were going for, so they ended up just using him.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, and that sometimes happens.
Sometimes it works. So there is no capes.
No capes!
So there is one more question, which is, half serious, I guess, which is what's the date for the feature film? And
I was getting hot in here.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yes. So yeah, we don't know yet. We are still working on funding of the film.
It's hot.
Let me put you.
All these questions.
You deserve full screen with that thing.
Woo.
Yes. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So, given this, imagine it's gonna take us a while to get the feature film done. So
strap me down.
That's the thing. Yes.
We're still looking for investors. Yeah, right.
Yeah. We are working on it.
It's a long process.
Yes. We will keep you posted, of course, as soon as we are working on it, and that's like one of our targets for this year, next to the release of the other animated shorts that we're working on, and that's really something that we believe in, and what the agent has proven itself to be. Like, we really believe in the film itself. Yeah. So of course, as soon as we know something, we will let you know. It will be great. We are working on it.
But just to give you a broad overview, it's not like we're just gonna just keep on adding to the short film we already have or whatnot. Like, that's not how you make a feature film. So of course, right now we have actually a team, very gifted writers that are kind of working on a treatment for the script. And while that's happening, we are full steam ahead making more content for the cloud and all that stuff. So.
Exactly, yeah. So this is the phase that in the feature film lingo is called development. So it means indeed trying to put together something that looks like a movie from the perspective of an investor or a film producer or a studio, in a way that they can understand, which means indeed knowing who is going to direct it, or knowing what the story is about in a certain format, and so on. So this is where the film is at. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're good.
Yes.
No more questions?
Answer all the questions.
Yes.
Is there any question? No, I don't see any.
Okay, that's cool.
I think it's great. So
let's keep it short.
Yes, and next time we will make it even smoother. So
thank you for the feedback and saving us. We're going to edit this thing out. Make it better.
Okay, then thank you, and see you next time.
Yeah, feel free to leave some questions for the next week, and if you have any topic you would like to be covered, also drop us a line.
How to make cocktails with
How to make cocktails.
Hey.
Okay, here's an idea. All right, okay, see you.
That's iced tea, by the way.